Have you ever questioned what everyone believes? What's the first question on a blind date in Korea? Not your name, not your job. It's, what's your MBTI? Korea ranks #1 in the world for MBTI search volume. 6 times more than Hong Kong, which is second. 2 million people take the official test every year, and 16personalities.com gets some of its heaviest traffic from Korea. But should we trust this thing? Let's set aside the idea that MBTI is just a personality classification system. It actually started in 1921 with a psychologist named Carl Jung. Extroversion and introversion, sensing and intuition, thinking and feeling. Up to that point, it was as academic theory. But in the 1940s, Catherine Briggs and her daughter Isabel Myers turned it into a questionnaire. Without any psychology degrees, they took Jung's 8 types and added a judging perceiving axis, expanding it to 16 types. That's where the gap between science and tool begins. MBTI exploded in Korea in 2020. When COVID cut off face-to-face meetings, people needed a way to introduce themselves online. 4 letters were enough. That same year, a popular variety show aired an MBTI special, and search volume shot straight up. Now there are even companies requiring MBTI on job applications. 23 out of 752 companies, about 3%. But here's the thing. The Myers-Briggs Foundation itself says don't use it for hiring. So what do psychologists think about MBTI? The biggest problem is the forced dichotomy, extroverted or introverted. In reality, human extroversion follows a bell curve. Most people cluster in the middle. Someone who's 51% extroverted and someone who's 49% extroverted get sorted into completely different types. Then, it's the retest problem. Take the test again 5 weeks later, and the probability of getting the same 4 letters is 65%. 1 in 3 people becomes a different type. Adam Grant, professor at Wharton Business School, puts it this way. MBTI is a fad that won't die, and it has almost no predictive power. It can't predict job performance, academic achievement, or marriage satisfaction. Psychology has a validated model called the Big Five: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism. It uses continuous spectrums, has high retest reliability, and actually predicts behavior. But nobody knows about the Big Five. But here's the twist. Just because MBTI isn't scientifically perfect doesn't mean it's useless. The Barnum effect, where a statement feels true for everyone, is definitely at play. But it has value as a starting point that gets people thinking about themselves. And in Korean society, MBTI functions as a social business card. It's a tool that creates a common language between strangers. The Big Five is more accurate, but nobody on a blind date is going to say, I score high on neuroticism. In the end, MBTI is neither science nor fortune-telling. It's a doorway to self-understanding and a language for connecting with others. Just don't box yourself into 4 letters. You're not one of 16 categories. You're a unique point on a continuous spectrum. By the way, if you watch this video thinking, I'm an INTJ, so of course I enjoy this kind of analysis, that's exactly the Barnum effect.